Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So, today I would like to dive into a topic that's affecting so many of us today. People are hurting, and I want to share what can we do to alleviate the stress. The only ask I have of you is to stick around because I'll be sharing some practical tips that you don't want to miss. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So, why are so many people feeling overwhelmed and stressed out in our world today? The truth is, we're constantly being bombarded with demands, whether it's from our work, from our family, from social obligations, or the sheer pace of modern life. There's economic pressures, there's job insecurities, and even social comparisons through social media have only amplified these feelings, especially during the holidays. So let's put this into perspective. Picture this: you're working hard to meet the deadlines at your job, you're juggling your family responsibilities, and you're trying to stay connected with friends. Then, just when you think you can catch a break, you open social media and see someone else's highlight reel, dealing with their vacations, their new job promotions, or perfectly curated lifestyles. It feels like everyone else has it all together while you are barely keeping your head above water. The statistics back this up. It shows that during recent studies that over 75% of adults report experiencing significant stress on a regular basis. That's 3 out of 4 people, and many of them are dealing with more than just like minor frustrations. They're facing chronic stress that can lead to serious health problems. Whew, it's a lot. So here's a question for you. Have you ever felt like you're just one task away from burning out? Maybe you're constantly adding things to your to do list only to feel even more exhausted when you don't get everything done. You're not alone. I've been there. And I promise you, there is a way to push back against that tide. So stay with me for a little bit longer so we can talk about those practical tips. But let's briefly talk about how we got here first. So, in the past, life moved at a much slower pace, guys. People were less connected digitally, and there were more of a balance between work and personal life. The practical day ended when people left the office. And, their weekends were a time to kind of recharge without interruption. That's what it used to look like. Now, let's fast forward to now, and it's almost impossible to disconnect. With our smartphones and our laptops, work follows us home. It's creeping into our weekends and evenings. And that little ping from an email or message, it kind of pulls us back into the work mode, even when we're supposed to be off the clock. So, for some, the fear of missing out or being left behind pushes them to respond immediately, fueling a culture where being always on, that has become the norm. And social media has added an extra layer to this. Think about this for a moment. We all know that what people share online is often their best moments, their highlight reel. What we don't see are the bad days, the struggles, or the moments of doubt. We don't see that. But it's so easy to forget that when we're strolling through an endless feed of curated success, That constant comparison can make us feel like we're not doing enough, or even worse, it makes us feel like we're not enough. These influences alone can create a cycle where stress and anxiety feed on each other. And that's why it's so important to learn how to back out of it. Okay, we got to learn how to back out of it. All right, so let's get to the part that you're probably here for, which is how can we alleviate some of this stress? Now, I've tried some of these, and the first tip I want to give you is set boundaries. This is so crucial, yet we often overlook it. Setting boundaries might mean logging off work emails at 6 o'clock p.m., putting your phone on do not disturb mode during your family time, or taking a weekend off social media entirely. The goal here is to reclaim your time and mental space. And it's okay to be unavailable sometimes. The world won't fall apart, but what you will gain is your peace of mind. It will improve drastically. I did a whole Saturday doing absolutely nothing and loved it. Second tip: prioritize self care that truly relaxes you. Now, this is where many people get it wrong. Self care isn't just about the spa days, the face mask, or treating yourself. Real self care is about understanding what recharges you. For some, that might be, going for a quiet walk in nature. For others, it might be spending 30 minutes journaling your thoughts, or listening to music, or dancing, or reading a book that you love. It's not about the trendiest form of self care, it's about what works for you. Tip number 3: connect with others. This one is big. When you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed, it's easy and almost natural to retreat into your shell and try to push through alone. I do that a lot. But talking to friends, family, or even colleagues about how you're feeling can be a game changer. Take it from me. Venting and sharing your experiences can lift a huge weight off your shoulders and remind you that you are not alone. And don't just stop at talking, listen too. Sometimes being there for someone else can be just as comforting as being listened to. And before we continue, if these tips are resonating with you, please like this video. And of course, I want you to subscribe to the channel for more helpful insights. Now, let's talk about the last tip. One more thing we can all do is look out for each other. You might be surprised how far small acts of kindness can actually go. Checking in on a friend or offering help to a neighbor can make a world of difference. Even something as simple as sharing this video with someone who might find it helpful can be an act of support, or any other video for that matter. Imagine how different our communities would be if we all made a little extra effort to reach out and uplift those around us. This sense of community can really create like a little ripple effect that inspires more people to do the same, helping us collectively combat the stress and anxiety. I want to thank you all for sticking around to the end. And remember, taking steps to manage stress isn't just beneficial for you, it helps create a more balanced, supportive world for everyone around you. So if you found value in this video, don't forget. I want you to like it. I want you to subscribe to the channel, and I want you to share it with someone who needs a bit of encouragement. Until next time, take care and be kind to yourself.